Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Jason Yee. I am the Director of Client Services, and I'd like to welcome you all to the Team RB9 conference. We appreciate your years of business, and we look forward to working with all you guys in the future. And now I'm not going to beat around the bush. Let's get straight to it, and let's take a look at what's new in RB9. In the past versions of RB, you've never had the ability to create your own statuses for jobs and cases. In RB9, we've added the ability for you to create your own. While the workflow and procedure of the default statuses can work for the most part, you may have that need to expand your statuses to better suit what your firm does. Maybe you want to know which of your jobs have been assigned. You can create a status called assigned now. The default statuses cannot be deleted because some of them are necessary as statuses automatically change depending on an action occurring throughout the job process. One of the most asked for additions to RB was the ability to search by job location. In the jobs list view function, you now have the ability to search for jobs based on the job location name, the job location city, and the job location state. What is a task, you're asking? Tasks are a to-do list for your resources. Tasks are required to be fulfilled for jobs in the calendar. Some examples of what a task would be, if a reporter is needed for a job, the task would be a deposition. If a videographer is required, then the task would be video. Maybe the job requires us to assign a conference room. Then conference room is also a task. So what's the point of tasks? And why not just continue to assign multiple resources to a job like RB8 does? Well, the problem is the tracking of who is taking care of what. Sure, you can assign as many resources as you want to a job in RB8. But at a quick glance, can you tell which resource is taking care of which task? Now, each resource is to be assigned to their own task, and we can see what tasks they have outstanding in the task in progress report. Let's take a look at how these tasks work. So first off, RB9 can be set to automatically create a task by default every time you schedule a job. So first, let's click on Setup and select System Preferences. And we're going to expand Calendar on the left-hand side, and then we're going to highlight New Job. Now on the right, you will see an option that reads Automatically Add Default Task when New Job is created. If that box is checked, then your default task will automatically be added to every saved job. If you leave it unchecked, then no task will be created by default. So you can also manage what tasks are created and stored in your system. So let's take a look at that. Let's click on Setup and then select List. And on the left-hand side, expand Jobs. And then we're going to highlight Task. Now on the right side, you can see the tasks we have in our system. So this is how it reads. If we need a proofer, proofing would be the task name. If you need a scopist, scoping would be the task name. In our example here, we have undefined as our default task, but you can open up any of the ones you've created and set your own default. Now let's see the task in action. Let's go ahead and click on Calendar, and then we're going to open our List View function. And let's pull up job number 18332. So let's go ahead and click on the job, and we'll click Edit so we can make some changes to it. Now, first off, we'll notice the job type of this particular job. We have it set to Depot Video. So that tells me we need to have at least 2 tasks for this job. So let's go to the task function, to the task section. And here you can see we have one undefined task. Again, that's because we just saved this job, and that's our default task. I would suggest leaving your default task set to undefined because you can easily tell if someone forgets to set that task type required for the job. Okay, so let's go ahead and click on undefined right there. And in the task dropdown, we're going to pull it and select depot. And you can assign a resource at this time if you want to. So we'll go ahead and assign a resource. So we'll assign Ted here. In the system now, we'll ask you if you want to send the assignment notification. So this is all streamlined here. RB, anytime you do your assigning, RB will ask you if you want to notify the resource. So we'll go ahead and click yes. And we'll check email at the top. Select our form at the bottom. We'll say job sheet. And then we'll click send. And there we go, successful. Click OK, let's save this. So this job is a depot video, so we need to add a second task. So we have the depot portion there. So let's click new again to the right. And now let's assign the task type to video, because this is a videographer. And let's go ahead and assign another resource. And we're going to search for resource type videographer this time instead of reporter. We'll assign our resource, save, and we're going to send the assignment notification again. This time choose our video worksheet, and now we'll click send. Perfect. Let's click OK. So let's go ahead now and we're still in the task section. And let's say that we actually need a conference room for this job. And we're going to host this job in our conference room in our office. We're going to add a third task to this particular job. So task type is going to be conference room. And let's go ahead and assign the conference room we want now. So we'll click assign resources. Resource type now will be conference room. And here we have the 3 conference rooms that are available. So we'll go ahead and assign the first one, 101. And we'll click save. And this time we're not going to send any kind of assignment notification. So by assigning a conference room to the job, you're able to manage which conference rooms are available. This will help you with not double booking a conference room. So let's take a look at how this affects the actual resource availability. So you should be using resource availability to see which conference rooms are available. So let's click on calendar and select resource availability. And let's say we want to see the availability for the entire month of November. So we'll say date from 11/1, date to 11/30, and resource type only conference rooms. And now click search. And now resource availability will show you all the conference rooms that you have in your system that are resource type conference room, all of their availability for that month, and you can see available, unavailable, assigned, or specific time off. So this will help you guys with not having to double book.